So I got to meet Nick Bear from Bear Performance Nutrition. This is a guy, while in Korea, in the army, started a successful business, and he was talking crazy stuff about getting up at 4 a.m. and staying up at night while he's like shooting people. The guy's super yoked, great attitude, and I was a little shocked at how much he was willing to share with me. Check out this episode. If you guys want to hear more of these kind of stories or interested in doing more of these case studies, like this video and leave a comment what you thought about it or who else you'd want me to do. Enjoy.
I was out in Western Pennsylvania. It was like right before graduating, before joining the Army. So I got like this small loan through the Army, and I started the supplement company. I had no money. I was in college, so I like launched this site. Had one, SKU of pre-workout. I was just pushing on social media.
You were just like tweeting, Instagram?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't know how to use social media at the time.
And then you just thought, hey, I can sell my own and make some money doing it?
Well, I was mixing my own supplements, so I was buying all the ingredients in bulk and mixing them together. I could spend $30 and it would last me like 4 months.
So the market was just crazy for these guys?
Yeah.
Because I always tease people, I'm like, yeah, it's like sugar powder, and they're just charging a lot for it. But
a lot of it is. So, for example, if you get in a GNC, and this is why a lot of people avoid GNC right now, your profit margins are cut so much that you used to pretty much change your formula to be in there to be able to make more.
Interesting.
So you'll see companies that they'll be selling on their site, and then when they go into GNC, it's a new formula because they can't make money on their original formula.
So you were just starting to save money, and then the Army gave you money to
So when you're in the Army, we're about to commission as an officer, they give you it's called a pre-commissioning loan. So I could take $20,000 out, and I wouldn't have to start making payments. It was 0% interest for 6 months until after I commissioned. So everything was paid for, so I was like, I'll just do my 4 years and do something else. So I wanted to start building an exit strategy prior to going in so that like
that's interesting.
The transition was easier. Growing the business was difficult because I was always in the field.
So who was selling the merchandise?
My dad was shipping it. When I was gone, when I was in college, I was shipping it out of my college apartment. And then when I left for the Army, my dad was shipping it out. So he was shipping maybe like 3 to 5 orders a week.
And then how were people finding it? You were doing social media while you were in the Army?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
There's like a line you can't cross, and I was like on that line. I graduated college, I went to Fort Benning for a year, which is in Georgia, did all my training. Then I came to Texas, and when I got to Texas, I started a YouTube channel to document like just my nutrition and training. They made sure, like they would watch all my videos and made sure I wasn't showing stuff I wasn't supposed to.
What can't you show?
Things that the enemy can use against you, like operational security or like tactics, stuff like that. So I'd show like small little glimpses of what we'd be doing to highlight what we were doing, but no like security measures were broken. When I went to Korea, and this was 2016, last year, my YouTube channel just blew up because it was like I was showing more military stuff because I was in Korea. I was showing like what it's like being an infantry platoon leader, talking about Ranger School, and then there was a niche for that, which I never really thought about. So like in 3 weeks, one of my videos took off. It took my channel from 35,000 subscribers to 90,000 subscribers.
In 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks. It was just very like specific, like it was a day in the life of an infantry platoon leader. So like showing my life in Korea, being a platoon leader, talking about Ranger School, showing like my barracks and everything. There's like nothing like that before. We'd have PT at 6 a.m. and because of the time difference, it's like a 13, 14 hour time difference. I wake up at 4 a.m. I would do 2 hours of work because it's the only time I could talk to manufacturers and people back in the States. Eat breakfast, go to PT with the Army, go to the gym after that because it's the only time I could film because no one was in the gym. Film my YouTube videos, go to work. Work was over typically at 5, and then I would film videos from 5 to like midnight to work on the business. And that was for 9 months. So I got to Korea and my goal was I want to make $10,000 a month in revenue. And that was my first goal. And then we did that within 45 days. By the time I got home, we were doing 6 figures a month. So like, we just grew the business. Like I redid the website over there. We rebranded the labels. So when I was about to come home, I moved my brother down from Pennsylvania to Texas. So he took over all shipping. So they moved to U-Haul with all the inventory, which wasn't much at the time. And then he found this place right before I got back. So the day I landed back in the States, we came here, and this was all Bear. A few months after that, we started like laying the floor, getting the equipment. So that was like a crazy time because I was still in the Army, and that's like an hour away from here. So I'd go to work in the morning. After work, I'd drive here. We'd be here till like 1 or 2 a.m. Drive back to Fort Hood.
Well, what got you from 0 to 10 and then what got you from like 10 to the 100?
So I did this one thing when I got there where everyone that placed an order, I made a handwritten note to them. So I'd sit in my room at night for like 3 hours writing like handwritten notes to people that place orders and then send them from Korea back to the States. I was like thank you letters to everyone, but then it got too crazy so I couldn't keep up with that anymore. We did things where like one day where it was like if you place an order today, we'll call you and thank you. And we had like hundreds of orders, so I spent like a week like on the phone.
Yeah.
a lot of it was like word of mouth. So like, because the military is such like a supportive like group, it slowly started building within the people I was in with Korea. They pushed it to their friends. So we have a very strong presence on military installations, like on posts and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Which is different from a lot of brands. There's a few military YouTubers right now. But like when I was doing it, was like one of the first. So it was like very different. It got picked up by a lot of like military channels. A lot of people reached out to me to like work together because it was something different and something new. One thing that we recently started doing is including small little gifts. So like we'll do like very limited run like wristbands or dog tags because the perceived value of it is so big.
Yeah.
So like we're giving the stickers away right now. Like people like love these stickers. Since Preston and Joe are packing orders all the time back here, they'll purchase it, they'll get a confirmation, then they'll get the shipping label within an hour.
That's cool.
Like when we launched protein, I pre-launched it because I couldn't wait any longer, and they were so pissed. But it was over 1,000 orders that came in within that first 12 or 24 hours. I was watching Google Analytics at that point because I put it on a blast email. 9 a.m. we're launching, and it was just like we had our phone because we use Shopify, and when orders come in, it just pops up on the screen. It's like do. It was nuts.
It's a good feeling those days.
Yeah, it was a really good feeling.
It's also interesting because it's like how much do you need the personal brand to grow the business brand?
And that's one thing I'm really happy about. So like one of my goals is originally like the brand grew because the personal brand grew.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go behind the scenes a little bit because I don't want the brand to depend on my personal brand.
So when you guys opened it, why'd you open a gym instead of just making this a warehouse?
Right when I got to Korea, I made this video that said I'm opening a gym. And I made the video, I published it, so I was like, I'm opening a gym. So I had stuff already shipping here before I got
like
back.
Like gear and stuff like that?
Yeah, equipment. And then everything just like, supplement company blew up. So we opened the gym in February. And at that point, the supplement company was already growing. We were like, we're probably gonna close this gym soon. Before we even opened. We were debating on even opening it. Opened February, closed June. I mean, I would not be in this position now if I hadn't joined the military.
Where do you think you'd be?
Man, I was looking for jobs to be a dietitian for, because I went to school for nutrition. I was looking at dietitian jobs for Wegmans, a grocery store up in Pennsylvania. So that was my backup plan. Like, since our military following is so big, there was this one veteran that reached out to us. He owns a supplement shop. What is it, like 300 shops in the US? Next year they're gonna have 700. Yesterday we just got picked up on a contract with them. So now we're into retail and wholesale, which is like a whole new ball game. Like, I'm just completely surprised and blown away by Amazon. Because Amazon Prime's like very strict right now with who they pick up with supplement companies. It took us 3 months to get certified. Because they want to see, they go to your manufacturer, they get all the documents from them. All your products have to go through like a certificate of analysis to make sure what you say is actually in that product. Because of the amount of people that are coming to your site, we want to bring you into our site. They said in a year, we should be doing 200 to 600 orders a day on Amazon. So what's cool is like this board right here, since our military following is so huge, people would send us patches from their units and stuff. So like this one's cool because this is Special Forces group out of Fort Campbell. So just to know that like they're following our stuff is like, makes me feel pretty cool, yeah.
I think that's something that like when you said, hey, you're using Sumo and it's working, like there's something really special when you just start looking at numbers and you kind of forget that it's people.
Yeah.
And then when you actually get to see like, oh shit, it's you running with using a VPN or this guy's actually using it over his best or whatever. I don't know, I like that reminder.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's been a huge tool for us. I'm telling you, man, our mailing list has grown, like it's tripled in the past month. Yeah, well this happened this week. So as soon as 5-pound containers came in, we overflowed. It's like this is only half our inventory right now. After we closed the gym, this was still all gym space. And we're like, all right, we need to make a change so that we're building more racks. So like this week, as soon as all that stuff's gone, we'll put more racks in so we can hold more inventory because we have 3 new products coming now. So like this is all protein over here. Like this right here is one flavor of protein. These are 2-pounders. So the 5-pounders just take up like one flavor of 5-pounders is like 9 pallets.
What's the difference between a pump and a pre-workout?
So like the pump is like there's no stimulants in it, and it pretty much moves blood into the muscles. Like you'll feel like when you're working out, if you take it's called endo pump, like your arms just like swell.
How does it do that?
Ingredient called Hydromax, so it pretty much super saturates like and moves water in, so you just get like stronger, more powerful pumps. They'll usually, I mean, a lot of people come and buy just protein, but a lot of people will buy like this stack right here. And just this. And then our next one's the greens powder.
The Bear Performance story, the guy was just super straight up about everything. He was very honest, and I loved a lot of his messages.
one, he had super clear vision. He went to the army and he's like, I want to make this amount of money. And then when he got out of the army, he wanted to have a certain thing. And with this business, in 10 years, he wants to sell it. And I really admire that, like, super clear vision on that. Number two, I really liked how he had a very ideal target market. He said, look, did a bunch of these kind of videos, but I found out if I sell my supplements to the military people and Rangers who he knows best, he does really well. And that really resonated with me. It got me thinking about my own company. Number three, and I thought this was really powerful, when he was in the army doing 6 to 8 day shifts, he's like, yeah, but I was up at 4 to work, and I stayed up from 8 to 10 to work. And a lot of people, including myself, we want things, but are we putting in the work for it? And that was his message. It was like, focus on what you really want, have a clear vision of it. And at the end of the day, as we've said in some of the videos you might have seen me talk about before, you got to put in the work. Lastly, he was a customer of sumo.com, which I thought was fucking rad. He talked about how he hand wrote letters to a lot of his customers. And for me, I think we disconnect sometimes in a business. You're like, oh, I'm making revenue, but that revenue comes from a person who's got dreams and has their own stuff. So it was just a good reminder to go out and talk to your customers, for me to talk to my customers, and really get connected with them. So I'm actually gonna go buy their protein for my next time. I'll let you know how it goes, but Bear Performance, BPN, check it out. Nick Bear, thanks, Doc. See you later.